You ready?
Yes, we ready.
Oh, you didn't say you didn't tell me I was doing it
Well, I
today.
just did it last time.
But you
Why
do it
wouldn't
so
you do
you
it?
do it oh so well.
But you can do it too.
Yeah, but then I gotta look
You
back
can
in the
do it. Put your
script.
back into it. Go ahead.
Um, hey y'all,
Hey.
hey. We are SWD Sisters with Disabilities, where we are
Uplifting
inspiring.
and enhancing the knowledge of individuals with disabilities.
My name is Kim. Keep it moving. And this here is my sister.
I'm Crystal, the blind baddie. I'm legally blind.
And I had a stroke, Don't stop me.
So this is one of y'all favorites, our Let's Talk segment. Let's talk about it. Is that a real song? I don't know.
Yeah, I think
but this is where we just talk, pick out some topics we feel like talking about, and discuss and such things with this wine. So let's see what happens, because the last time it didn't go well. But at the same time, we actually have a guest with us for our Let's Talk segment.
Yeah.
See, so she just did a interview with us for autism awareness, and we called her Denise on the last one. But baby, we out the window. This is Dee Dee.
Dee Dee.
Okay, this D right here. So she gonna be with us as we talk. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do
Okay.
it.
I'm trying to get the HR, the corporate Aaron voice out.
It's the weekend. You need your weekend voice.
I was like, it's hard to switch. You don't have a weekend voice?
Baby, because my customer service voice is immaculate. It's kind of scary. Because I'm like, yeah, girl, and I told that, hello, thank you for calling Macy's. How can I help you today?
Right.
It's so funny because like that TikTok corporate Aaron, like it triggered me because I was like, oh my God, I say stuff like that. Like I feel like, oh, like Q1, like what are we doing? And
no gosh gollies over here.
Right here, like, there, everywhere,
and stuff like that. So, but I use that voice so much between like work and home, like with the kids and like meetings and stuff, and the boards and stuff I sit on. Like sometimes it's hard to switch, but I think with my son, when he does something, he knows how to knock me out of it, because then I have to like.
That's the mama voice though.
So it's the mama voice that pops in.
So I mean, like they talk about code switching and everything, and that's all it is. You got your mama voice, you got your at home voice, you got your professional voice, you got the I'm not playing with you voice. Like I have many voices. I could have been a cartoon character.
What you told me last time, I had 5 of them, 5, 6, whatever personality.
Yeah, the Kim voice changed like in 2 minutes, 5 times. I'm like, who are you?
I think it's hard everybody for me because so like I had to do speech therapy as a kid, so like you couldn't not talk correctly, right? So so that with kids it's like always like, oh, you're trying to talk white, but it was just like I didn't have a choice. Like I was in therapy like 6 days a week.
But you're from the north side, right. north.
Right. So you're around all of those ghetto found people.
Like y'all know my godparents, like I was in the house. Like I wasn't outside.
Let me fix you. Let me see here.
But I mean, okay, so do you still have your there, her, everywhere, her?
There you go.
Or you a hair, beer?
Here,
there, over where?
Because I never had it.
You didn't get to get it?
I never got to get it. And
they took it from you.
They took it from me. Like it was ingrained in me that was not the proper way to speak. So
they took the hood right up off you.
Took the hood out of me. So that's why I have to prove every day that I'm from North St. Louis.
Well, the crazy thing is, even though I think I'm ghetto, people tell me that I don't sound like I'm from St. Louis. But when I moved all around, they was like, "Ooh, baby, where are you from?" When I was in Boston, and the lady is like, "What they say? No, they're Chicago. They Kyle." And I'm
over
like,
there.
I said, "You finna get in the car?" They say the who? I said the car.
The car.
You mean the car? I said, "Where's the R?"
Right.
In Boston, what do they do? I think they add their R's too long. I don't know what it is about people and their R's. It's just R is just
it's weird. It's either like
people in the chokehold.
I'm too proper, or sometimes I sound too country. Like I sound down south. So it varies. I think it's just depending, I guess, what I'm saying or talking about. it varies. But then also like growing up, because my godfather half Jamaican, half Chinese, so his
Mhm.
accent was so thick.
That accent was
So like
it
strong.
was.
you mimic what's around you. So like I think that was kind of the barrier of me trying to figure out how to speak proper, and then like speaking like him. So that Jamaican
would've
accent
kept
comes out
his.
sometimes.
Yeah, I would have kept
Mhm.
his. I love your granddad talking.
It's that that Jamaican I think comes out when I'm angry.
Yeah, like I think your grandfather is the reason why I kind of can deplete and hear other people's accents real good. Because baby, when we was little, we had to.
We had to sit and figure it out quickly.
Yeah.
Like,
And but your grandma, she knew exactly everything he was saying.
I was
Yes,
like,
and she was down South Kentucky, so that's where she was born and raised. And then
Mhm.
so me and Stacey always say all the time, like we had to be Papa's translators because
Yeah.
nobody else knew what he was saying,
Yeah.
but we understood.
Papa Chin. I'll
Yeah.
never, ever, ever forget him.
And I talked about it at the last show, but baby, your grandma kept the popsicle. Like we would go through the back door, and the deep freezer was right there, and she like grab your popsicle.
The iconic deep freezer.
Yeah.
To this day, I think it's probably stuff that was in there from the day I was born. I don't think I ever made it to the bottom of that deep freezer. I have no idea what was in there, but popsicles was always on top. Ice cream was in there. The fridge was right across from it because it was like in the back room or whatever because it had the fridge, the washer, and the deep freezer.
Yeah, they made sure we had some snacks. So I was happy to go over there.
Yes.
My mama, take Crystal with you.
I don't want to, but get it down there.
The way they raised me is kind of how I am now because like now I'm the house that every kid wants to come to because I always have the food. So like I always joke about my Sam's budget being ridiculous because like the kids know at this point they can like add their stuff to the list. So they just write their stuff now. So I like probably average like maybe $1,000 a month on groceries, but it's because like I adopted football players this year, unbeknownst to me. But they can't eat somebody out of the house.
Yeah,
that's Kelton. He just had his friends over here. They each had a big bag of chips. So big bag of chips is like $8 nowadays.
The chips, the muffins that they like, the fruit snacks, and then the frozen wings, hot pockets, pizza rolls.
Yes.
So I keep all the stuff that they like in the house, but like, but they just they eat everything. So I think those things that my grandparents did for me as a kid, I didn't understand like why everybody always wanted to be at my house and I wanted to be outside, like because I thought the grass was greener on the other side. Like I was like, I get to be out there, and everybody just wanted to be at the house because I didn't realize then like people probably didn't have the same things. So
ain't it funny how our parents used to be upset because we ate the food too fast, but then be upset when the food's sitting up in there, getting you got my food in here stealing, stealing. Okay, but you told me don't eat it too fast. You said you ain't made the money, so I can't eat the chips fast. And then when I let the chips sit there and they get old, and they yelling at me. I don't know. I'm just gonna sit here and be medium hungry. Like I don't know.
We didn't grow that way. Like whatever we wanted, it was there. Like they always made sure, like it didn't matter. Like we all had kind of like different tastes, and it didn't matter. Like we always had it. And I remember going to my mom's house one summer, and I think I ate. It was like maybe a half a pack of ham, and I think I just ate the ham. And the way that woman cursed me out, like I stole from her. Like I was just like, "What is wrong? It's ham. You mad about ham?
Okay, it has to be eaten,
right?" She was like, "Ain't nobody else get none. You just ate like." But it's like just go to the store and get something. Like I didn't understand that
the value of money and
the value of that, or like what that was, because to her, that cost. But to my grandparents, because they always we were not rich. Like we definitely didn't have like tons of money, but like but I felt rich. Like the way we grew up,
because we lived in the house,
right? We lived in the house. Like I never wanted for anything. Like if whatever I wanted, like they procured some type of way. So
my mama was she got out the stages of if you don't eat what I got, you ain't eating. Because she realized that I was such a picky eater that she'll change some things up for me. Like she'll put tomatoes in the salad, but then she'll make me a little salad without tomatoes.
She didn't like anything.
Or she found some banana pudding without bananas for me. Or she made me some banana puddings without banana.
Crystal did not like fruit, vegetables, anything of that sort.
I'm still learning how to eat fruits. I haven't learned yet, but I'm gonna eat fruits one day. I'm gonna sit right here in front of everybody and try some fruit out for y'all, because I haven't ate fruit in like 30 years.
Like,
so.
Again, like, I don't know that, like, having to, like, you know, you eat what's on the table, like, if we wanted something, they would just make it. Which is so crazy to say, because I know so many people didn't grow up that way, like, and I hear that so often, because even my kids, they're the same way, like, they're so picky, like, Maggie only eats Jack's pepperoni piieces. So, that's it. Jack's pieces is like $5 a pop, but, like, that's the only thing she eats, so she got to eat, so that's what we have. And so, like, I've never, like, made the kids, like, because I made it, this is what you want. Like, I don't, the way I shop is, like, what are you eating, like, the next 2 weeks? Like
now, because right now, I don't eat pork or beef. And Kelton likes to cook. He came to me one day, he said, Mama, I like bacon. He said, can I have bacon? I said, as long as you cook it in your own skillet and open up the doors. So Saturday mornings, he'll come close my door, open up my windows, and he'll cook his bacon. I let him, but he got his own skillet and everything, so I let him have it. You know, I because again, you want your kids to eat, you know. And since I'm such a picky eater, and he's not, he eats vegetables and fruit. So only time you see fruits in my house is because he eats them.
There's certain things he won't eat because, you know, me and Mom, we don't eat that candy and stuff like that.
He don't eat candy because of me, because I don't like candy wrappers.
Oh, so. Yes, we have it out about candy wrappers. You can't have a piece of gum or something, and she can smell it.
Sorry,
like,
Papa Rooney.
Could you? What are you doing?
I don't like the smell of gum. I don't like the smell of candy. I don't like the smell of Halloween. I don't like it.
And I just come in smelling like all of it.
Now I understand that my husband, he's like very sensitive to smell. So I always joke now that, like, I smell like nothing because I've gotten used to the fact that, like, smells irritate him. So, like, everything I get is like non-fragrance, not scent, from laundry detergent to, I just found some body cream at Bath and Body Works yesterday that had no scent.
Really?
So I was super excited about that. Shampoo, like, that smells like irritating. Wow. So, like, I've just come accustomed to that, but, like, he can't stand any of that stuff. But the one thing he does is Listerine. And I can't stand the smell of that.
He can do the strong Listerine.
He does Listerine every day. Like, that's his thing. But
and
Listerine makes me nauseous.
House. Yeah, he can smell up the whole house.
The way Listerine lingers.
Okay, so is it the brown one, the green one,
it's
or the
OG
one?
Brown one, the original?
Ooh. Baby, that will burn your eyes.
Straight. No, not diluted, nothing. Like, and I cannot love Listerine.
I like the purple one. I do the purple one.
I cannot stand it, but, like, it's just something. It helps him or whatever. I think it's something with it's like acid and stuff like that. Like, it kind of helps.
Well, see, and then since I've been legally blind for 4 years now, my sense of smell has increased drastically. So I can smell it good or bad. But, like, my laundry, like you said, no scent. I have to have scent. Like, especially my towels have to have downy with a scent of bleach. I have to smell bleach on my towels, or they're not washed right. And I start all over again. My covers and my towels have to have a hint of bleach on it, and then I can just smell everything. My son be mad. I'm like, you musty. He ain't walked in the room.
He can smell anything. Like, I could light a candle all the way downstairs or in the other room, and, like, I won't even smell it before he's like, What's out there? What's that scent? Like, what are you talking about? Or, like, carpet freshener or something like that. Like,
I love those smells.
I love scents, and like him, like, he can't stand it. So it's just kind of like, I'm thinking you can't smell it because, like, I might only did one spray or something like that. But one
spray is like, woo.
But somehow with his super soaker nose or whatever it is, like, he got going on his superpower, like, he can smell anything.
I have to spray Febreze before I go to bed. Like, I have to have a smell to me before I go to bed. And that's only since I've been blind. I wasn't like that at first. Well, no. When I was pregnant, I loved the smell of Dow. But the original Dow had to be the brown kind. And I have to just sniff my nose like, what was that girl from Saturday Night Live when she used to be like, that was me.
Lord. You know, it's crazy now. It's like, because I used to smoke. I just stopped smoking.
Yay for you. Well, I'm trying hard.
It was cold turkey pretty much. So like 3 months, I'm 3 months smoke free. Yay.
Okay.
But I didn't start smoking until later in life. Like I probably didn't start smoking until I was like 24.
Yeah, I could have gave her congratulations to that smokers.
I said, yay.
Wait.
She's like, hold on, don't come for me.
I don't. You mean cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
I don't smoke cigarettes. I started smoking cigarettes 15 years ago.
Right.
So,
And woo for those who don't smoke the cancer stick.
Here we go, and that's our background producer.
Okay.
You can tell.
Okay, Black Queen Ice. Did I say that right? This is wine already whining.
This is wine is whining.
Black. I said. Did I start saying it right? What did I say?
Ice Queen Black.
Black Ice Queen Productions in the background.
That's the fussing. She doesn't smoke. She doesn't drink. She's a good. She's a nice host.
Baby, let me tell y'all about her. We did Women's Day last month for March, and she bought some pickles that had alcohol in them. Kim had some pickles.
Those pickles are so good. You still got pickles?
You still got some more pickles?
Oh,
they at
man.
work. But okay, so she been having trouble sleeping. And she ate them pickles, and she said, "I just slept so good last night." I said, "The pickles knocked your ass out. You was drunk
off of pickle juice.
Off of pickle juice. They didn't even know it."
That's right.
So yeah, she doesn't do anything.
Call her.
She's a good person in the world. So one of our topics today, because we like to bring on a topic. We was going through our April's list of things to talk about, and we found out it was like Autism Awareness Month. It was World Health Day. We probably gonna do
Second Chance Month.
What's Second Chance Month?
Yeah, what is Second
I put my HR hat on for a second.
Okay, now explain what is that?
You get a job again?
So Second Chance Month is for individuals that have a criminal background or was incarcerated, and the whole purpose of it is to bring awareness and to help them get jobs. So, and especially, so that's one of my passion projects. Look, now the wine is hitting me.
The wine
is whining. One of my passion projects is working with people that is re-entering society, because I don't believe that something on your background should affect you. And so many people coming back into the system, or coming back into society, like when you're on probation, was one of the requirements. You have to find a job, right?
Right.
But so many employers require background checks, and as soon as they check that on your record, no matter how long ago it was, it can prevent you from being able to do that. So if you don't have a job and you don't meet your probation requirements, where are you going? Back to jail.
Yeah, like people 15 been in jail.
Exactly.
And then you get out and then you can't even get a job. That's crazy.
So true. So like I like to work with different organizations, and thankful to work for a company that allows that we don't do background checks at all to allow for individuals to be able to work.
Because those be some of the best workers.
They are the best workers. Let me put that out there.
Come to work.
Let me say that. Like, and to anybody that's like in HR or has a company and you looking for a good worker, find you somebody that was recently incarcerated, because baby, they are going to show up.
Okay.
They're going to be there on time. Okay. Why? Because they have to report to someone. They have to report to a probation officer. So the first time that they are not there,
money, though.
but also because they're thankful for the chance too. Yes. Because so many people like tell them no. It's probably quadruple as hard for them to find work versus a regular individual. So they're so thankful for the chance to even, to provide for their family or to get income. Yeah. They're going to show up.
Yeah. And then, being in jail, some of them work hard anyway. So they already in the habit of
They
working.
have that structure. They have that background. Like they want to work. Like they have that work ethic. And it's an untapped market of individuals. Yeah. So Second Chance Month was something that was a proclamation, I want to say like 5 years ago by President Obama. Yep. That he started. So it's just to bring awareness. So a lot of people do different job fairs. I think Better Family Life is doing one this year here in the city. But just to bring awareness and, resources to that population. So I just always want to ping that out.
Because that's the best work, because I've had some men.
Because everybody has.
I'm about to tell all my business officers. I had some men in jail. And
we all know somebody with a criminal background,
Yeah.
and especially here in St. Louis with municipalities and how all that works. And I know everybody knows how that happens. Like you can get a trumped up charge
Yeah,
for
you
anything,
get locked up.
and it's
Yeah.
like with
Everybody's been to
economics,
jail at least once.
right? Exactly. So
Girl, hold on. Wait, pause. Who been to jail at least once?
You.
Thank you. I finna say, when you ever stepped in the
I'm
jail
an
to
upstanding
come and get me?
citizen.
I'm an upstanding citizen too. They locked me
you
up.
ain't never been locked up.
They locked me up on some BS. Because what I did was I was driving past Kim and I honked my horn and I waited until I was gone, and the police just randomly checked my plates and locked me up. Now they didn't lock my husband up who had drugs, guns, and probation, but they locked me up just because they wanted to lock me up. That's actually when I stopped smoking cigarettes. When I got locked up, I was locked up for 19 hours, 19 hard hours. 19 long, hard hours. And when I got out, I said, well, if I can be locked up for 19 hours without smoking a cigarette, then I don't need to smoke no more. And I just stopped smoking. 19 hard, long hours locked down in the federal jail of Jennings.
Not the federal judges. It's like most people get locked up for traffic anyway because the
Yeah,
warrant.
that's what
You
it
know I
was.
have a warrant out right now. What? I just found out I had a warrant. Let me tell you about Captain Park, who is I don't want y'all to come pick me up.
Okay.
Y'all suck.
Okay.
So supposedly back in 2017, I got a speeding ticket, and I guess I missed the court date, and they had a warrant out, but it was only in their system. So no other municipality, the state, nobody else knew about this warrant, this court date, nothing. So I guess they just put their information into the statewide system. So now it's out there. So like if I do get pulled over, that warrant's going to show up. And I'm like, from 2017, y'all about to come after me for 2017. Y'all want $200? I'm Captain Park. I'm coming to pay y'all, and I'm bringing my Jewish lawyer with me because I'm definitely about to fight this. Get you a Jewish lawyer if you don't have one.
Well, I had a Christian one. I just had a Christian lawyer.
Christian lawyer is good too. Like, also somebody that was probably like a former prosecutor or something like that. Those are the people you want defending you. People that know the system.
What thing he was
I keep a lawyer retainer.
Now look, I had a Christian lawyer. He started praying for me, but when I didn't do what he asked me to do, he stopped praying. I said, "You ain't gonna pray for me." But it got handled. Everything. My case is closed, y'all. But I got my house worked on. They tried to get me.
But people take Calvin Park just in case because they out here tripping.
So one of our topics, hold on, let me get back with my handy dandy telephone. Is it still a telephone?
I don't know. But speaking of telephones, look what I got. My little what is it? A 360.
Girl, I ain't seen it move yet.
It's moving. A 360. See?
Oh, it took a minute. That thing was not moving. That's
you have an iPhone and then Android's your cell phone.
That's the app.
It's app. I know the Android people.
That's the Tic Tac app. She got it on. Okay, so I'm gonna go through some of this stuff with y'all. Okay, they got Work to Walk Day, Neville, World Autism Awareness, Ramadan. I can read it.
Go ahead.
You really doing reading rainbow on me today.
I'm supposed to help.
Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Why sound like
Take a look. It's in the book. It's reading rainbow. I can do anything. Take a look.
That ain't the words.
How come it ain't?
Things to know and places to go. It's reading rainbow, reading rainbow, reading rainbow,
reading rainbow.
If y'all, just a fun fact, if y'all love Lamar Burton like I do, he reads books to people on YouTube. Okay, we got World Party Day.
When's that?
That's we missed that. That's April 3rd. April 4th, Tell a Lie Day.
Ooh,
I do that every day. National Flash Drive. Somebody just wanted something. Okay, so let's get to the one we were supposed to be doing. April 10th. Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, that's it.
But April 12th is grilled cheese sandwich day.
Ooh, that sound good.
What's the day?
I just cooked one of those.
Cause
Grilled
I sure
cheese. I haven't had a
grilled
good grilled
cheese.
cheese in a minute. There is a food truck. I want to say they're called Gorillas, or I might it might be called Gorillas. I don't know. It's been a minute since I've had them, but they used to be like out in Creve Coeur when I used to work at the City Park Plaza. But they had like these gourmet, like big old like grilled cheese sandwiches.
Crunchy.
Somebody looked that up. I don't know, but like get you a grilled cheese sandwich.
I'm bougie. I use smoked Gouda.
Ooh.
Yeah, I use
I only
smoked
use
Gouda.
smoked Gouda like when I do my mac and cheese for Thanksgiving.
I just did it for Easter, and I did bake mac and cheese
That's when I'm
with smoked
fancy.
Gouda.
Fancy.
Okay, so April 10th is Siblings Day. So now, y'all,
I got tons of them.
now, let me ain't no disclaimers. Let me just say what the hell I got to say. So Siblings Day, we had.
Here's what I found.
Okay.
Here's what we found too.
Baby, let me tell you what I found out. So Siblings Day, we were gonna do a show, and we were gonna bring our siblings on here, and we were gonna try to have a nice Siblings Day. But if y'all got siblings out there, some of y'all might know siblings be sibling. Sibling. So we had a little situation for Easter. We got some siblings. They're not talking right now. I didn't like Kim last week, so we didn't do the show. So so we're gonna talk about it. That's why we got Dee Dee on here, because I know her.
They need a mediator too.
Okay, we're going to counseling. I know Dee because of her sibling, because her sibling is Kim's best friend. So, and then that's another thing about being the little sister. Me and Dee are little sisters. And we were just talking about it on the last show about being in footsteps. And me going to the performing arts schools and following behind Kim's footsteps got on my nerves. Because
wait a minute.
I mean, it did, because everybody.
You don't want to do what I do.
Ain't that Brandy's brother? Like, that's how I felt. Like,
Kim.
That's little Kim. That's little Kim's sister. Oh, do you sing like Kim? Do you dance like Kim? No, I'm not finna go slide my ass across the stage like Kim did in her ballerina suit.
Woo! Did I catch it? No,
you slid right on off this stage. But I have, how many siblings I got? So I have a mixture of families. I got two daddies and a mama. And Kim is my only sibling from my mother. And then my real biological father, I have two sisters and a brother. And then my stepfather, I have or had six sisters and two brothers. And then I'm the baby of all of those. So yeah, they grown. Like, I got great nieces and nephews, great nieces and nephews. So so growing up, personally for me, being the baby and being a sibling, it's kind of shitty. Kim was look at her face. That was Kim. Kim was,
let's hear what you got to say.
Me and her 4 years apart, and she didn't want to take me nowhere. She didn't want to do nothing with me. She didn't want to cook for me. When your mama say, "Go make her a bowl of cereal."
When I got two.
She didn't want to do any of those things for me. So Kim,
I was in my own zone.
She was in her own world, but she forgot she had a little sister.
I included you sometimes.
When Mama told you to.
I said sometimes.
That's how I met Dee Dee. Because Mama was like, if you want to go down there, you got to take your sister. And you was like, well, she got a little sister. Go ahead. So that's how me and Dee got close.
Begrudgingly.
Sheltered in the house. They ain't seen the outside, and I don't know when.
But at least I got to come over, come spend the night.
That's it. I got to. That's how I got friends. Like, okay. I didn't have those really growing up. And I was not trying to make anybody feel sad for me. Like, I had an amazing childhood.
I ended up having friends that came over a lot. So I was like, I didn't like nothing about Kim because she was so mean to me. Yeah. So I didn't like what Kim ate. I didn't like the music. She liked Silk what was the song? Let me lick you up and down. I hated it just because she liked it.
I think that's normal though. Like I think that's that sibling rivalry that happens.
Is it a rivalry? I
think it is. I think.
Just because she didn't like me, I didn't like anything about her.
Like I think it's mandatory. It's somewhere written in time of times. Like you gotta hate your sibling.
These faces she making.
Because even with my two oldest girls, who act like they're 2 years apart, and why they live together now, I have no idea. Because you would think that they was going to kill each other.
Because they grew up.
But
you got
they
better.
still act the same way, but it's just like now they're just like outside of the home, and then they call and complain about each other. So
yes.
In the middle.
But
yes. It's sibling rivalry. Like it's two different personalities, so you're bumping heads. Like you love your sibling, like that's your ride or die. Like can't nobody else talk about them, but being together is y'all go back.
Yeah, she know. Like when she had her stroke, baby, I was like a pit bull puppy. Like, why are you looking at her? Why are you frowning up at her? Like, you got something to say to her, you better say it to me. I answer for her.
Like,
so, because once we got older, me and Kim, we got cool.
That's what happens when you're older. You become friends. Like me and Stacey are 5 years apart. We did not like. I didn't like her. She couldn't stand me. Like we did not gel growing up. I thought she got to do everything I wanted to do, and I think I got stuck in the house. She sees it differently. She thinks that I was originally trying to like do, go against the rules, and that's why I got stuck in the house. So like, no, like she did everything, and then by the time it got to me, like I couldn't do anything. So like
she did everything that I didn't do.
So we see
Kim had all the name brand clothes. Kim had the Tommy Hilfiger and the Nautica and the Cork knives. What did I have? I had FUBU. And not the real one. It was not for me or by me.
Stacey used to work at the Galleria, and she would buy like Ralph Lauren shirts, and she had the pager. She was like, and like now I can look back on it and realize that like I wanted to emulate her in some type of way. But I would have my grandmother go to the mall and buy the exact same thing, and then I would purposely put it on and walk by Stacey in the house. So she would think that I took her stuff, but no, it was mine. So she would start yelling at me, and then my grandmother would yell at her and get her in trouble. Like it's just stuff like that. Like because it's being a little sibling. Like
so, Kim had all the name brand clothes, and then I was complaining to my daddy, so he went and got me a polo shirt. It was a button down. It was I don't know why my daddy gave me this man shirt.
She looked like she was a little boy.
I mean, it was a little tomboyish. And I loved it. I loved it all my heart. I wore it every other day. And then I put it on and I see a smoke hole right on the titty. And who was smoking? Her. And she did I
don't remember that.
Well, I'm reminding you now. How was your experiences having siblings?
She was just mean.
Woo!
For real, she was mean. I don't know if it was all the hatred towards me or whatever, but everything she was just. Well, if you, never mind, I get it. I don't know. I think I pushed her because she couldn't stand me so much. She has had to get away. She kept 15 jobs and all that.
That's because you were getting name brand clothes. I had to go to work. I started working at the zoo. It's about 15, 16. So I can get nice stuff. But then you like, she got a cell phone. Why I ain't got a cell? Because I worked. I paid the bill all by myself.
But then I had the pages and the
so you would think the baby is the spoiled one who gets all the stuff.
I didn't get out everything I wanted. I didn't.
You get everything you wanted, but you got enough.
You had parties at hotels and all that stuff. I couldn't have no little hotel party.
It.
You did?
Yes.
I was like,
I paid for it. That's what I'm saying. She wouldn't cook for me. That's why I'm a good cook now.
And I don't cook it. I don't cook at all.
Because she wouldn't cook for me. So I was in the kitchen at 5 years old making.
Now you're going too far now.
Making French toast.
Look, now you're going too far.
I was washing dishes at 5. What you mean?
Lord, you might have washed the dish, but you wasn't cooking nothing.
I started cooking at 5.
Maybe 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. Girl, by 7, 8, 9, baby, I was a chef. Could you make me
I will call.
Could you make like she still do it to this day? Could you make me like I ain't get a sandwich? You don't need no sandwich. You cook for me.
You make the sandwich. Your boy make the sandwich.
That's because I taught him how to cook. But if I tell your boy to make me a sandwich,
he can make
yeah,
sandwich.
he makes sandwiches.
And he's wonderful with the air fryer.
And he know how to make macaroni, thanks to me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Kim wouldn't cook for me. Kim wouldn't do. So I learned independence because my sister would not do nothing for me. She was not gonna spoil me. Since I didn't eat candy, she ate all my candy for me.
Yes, I did.
She, she, and you gonna agree?
Yes, I did.
Well, see, y'all see that she's a sucky baby sister. I mean, a little as children, she sucked.
I didn't suck.
As what you do?
I did a lot of other stuff. That's the problem.
Where did we go with that?
Huh? I did a little.
I'm sorry.
She had a drink. I'm the only one who got it.
I mean, she.
Yeah, keep that bottle.
She was a something type. I ain't gonna say the word suck again around her.
I'm hollering.
But she was a sister. And then with us having older siblings, our older siblings were grown
Yeah,
by the time
buddy.
we was born. So they kids older than me. So Kim hanging out with our nieces and nephews.
Those are my brothers and sisters.
Isn't that funny how that
They
happens?
love them, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so I definitely come from a blended family, and I always say like it sucked being in first grade trying to do a family tree because if you
Right, because you had to break
family,
down
tree bigger
each
than the willow
team.
tree.
you
Ain't
come
it?
from a blended family and you get tasked in elementary doing a family tree, the amount of anxiety that comes because those tree branches don't match up.
Yeah, how come?
Little Susie over here got mom, dad, we got siblings.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to explain why we ain't nobody got the same daddy. Like we
Okay. That's what I'm saying. We like daddy, mama.
right, like we so I have 5 siblings. So Kim is the oldest. So so she has a different father. So like we all have the same mom except my sister Twani. So there's Kim. Then Twani, we have the same dad. Maine, my brother. So we have the same mom. He has a different dad. Me and Stacy are the only ones that are full blood sisters. So then Stacy, then it's me, and then there's my little sister Tonisha. She's the youngest, and she has a different father too. But there's age gap, so there's like 5, somewhere between 5 to 6 age gap or years between like most of us. I think Tonisha is the biggest gap because I'm 38 now. She's 20.
I remember when she was a baby.
She's 29. Yeah. So, and then also we were raised in different households. So Kim and Maine were raised with my mom's mom, my grandmother, Morella. Me and Stacey were raised with our godparents, Rose and Chan. And then Tonisha's the only one that was like raised with my mom and her dad. So we all had different experiences. Now, we don't treat anybody differently. Like we're all siblings, like we all sister and brother, but like we all had different experiences growing up. So like technically, yeah, I'm like the 4th child in a sense, through my mom, but like me and Stacy were raised in the same household.
Right.
So
you were the baby.
So I was the baby. But also Stacy went back and forth between my godparents and my mom a lot. So it was a lot of times that like I was the only child. So like there's a lot of different personalities that are in there. And then like my little sister, she's definitely got only child syndrome because it was just her. But also I think for her, because everybody was so much older, she didn't get to interact with the older siblings. So I don't think me and Tonisha really started having a relationship till I was out of the house. So probably when I was like 19, 20, then she would come around. So like we have a great relationship now, but I think she didn't really get to interact with our siblings as much.
Because they grown.
Because they were grown. Like, what you gonna do to a 5-year-old? Like, you in your 20s and it's a 5-year-old around. Like,
keep them around.
Like, it's nothing
like a little, like your child instead of your brother and sister.
Like, I did hang out with Kim a lot because, like, Kim is like the mom. Like,
she wants a baby.
She's the oldest and she takes that responsibility on so well. But she's like the mom. So I used to hang out with her and she would treat me like her kid. Like, it's a running joke that, like, probably between the ages of, like, 6 to, like, 13, you probably thought Kim was my mom because I was with her so much. And then Maine, he was off doing his own thing. So like,
because he's a boy.
He's a boy. So like, you don't expect like what he got to do with girls, like nothing.
Right.
Stacy, like I think me and her we have a true sibling dynamic because it was like she hated me, I hated her. Like I couldn't stand her. She was to a point where like she was grown enough to like, you know, be able to make those mistakes, but also from her point of view, she didn't want me making the same mistake. So she would write me out. And I would hate that. Like, oh my God, you was like the biggest snitch. Like, I don't see that. Like,
No, it was the opposite. I snitched on Kim.
like now I'm not gonna say I didn't snitch on Stacey too, but like I think, you know, you think at a certain point when you do become a teenager, or you think like, okay, this dynamic you should have with your sister, but instead of her being the person you can go to about certain things, like she about to snitch on you. Like, so I was like, we butted heads. Like me and Stacey still say to this day we didn't come cool until like maybe I was like 19. So
we all happen sometimes.
Yeah, we was probably in our 20s when me and Kim got cool. Kim had her own phone, and she wouldn't let me use the phone. So I told on her because she was on punishment. She wasn't supposed to be on the phone anyway. I sure did tell on you. Because I mean, share. Kim's not a sharer. She did not. Do you share now?
A little bit.
I think any of us are sharers. And in hindsight now, yeah, everybody should have told on me. It's the running joke now, like, because I never got a whooping. Like, that's the running joke. Never got beat in my life. My grandparents were old. Like, what they were about to do?
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, so it's like they were about to chase me around. So I got what people consider white people punishment. So, like, you just get something taken away. But again, my grandparents were older. So how long was that punishment about to last? Like, I was never on punishment probably more than a weekend. And I was horrible as a child. I can admit that.
You should have came down to our house.
We didn't get a lot.
I ran away.
A whooping.
I did white people think.
I ran away.
I ran away so many times.
Up the street.
I ain't never ran away.
I was horrible. Like somebody really probably should have beat my ass. Like I didn't. It's only by the grace of God that I'm sitting here today to tell my story, because I put myself in so many situations.
Well, we all
as
do.
a teenager, that somebody should have snatched me up, and I probably should be in human trafficking.
I should be. I say that a lot. I should have been kidnapped by now.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's nothing but the grace of God. Because it's like I think now back on those situations, like because I was trying to be so defiant and didn't want to listen to anybody, that like the situations I put myself in as a young age, thinking like wanted, because I was so sheltered that I wanted to be so grown that I was just like out here in these streets, like doing whatever. And like, it's like, again, grace of God that I'm sitting here today to tell my story. Because
Kim was trying to be grown. And then, was you not trying to be grown?
Yeah, I was grown.
Trying to be grown. So I was like, I ain't finna be like her. So I didn't run away because she kept getting caught.
I didn't run away either. I ran right up the street.
You skipped school, got caught.
I skipped school.
Kim, silly. My mama took me to a doctor's appointment, and Kim decided that she wanted to be with her boyfriend that day. Me and my mama see her walking up the street with her boyfriend. Ooh. Yeah, that's when mama told you up.
Ooh.
I'm a horrible liar, and I can't think of a lie. So like my lies are off. Mind you, again, being a sheltered kid, my only friends was Disney and Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And what happens on TV don't really happen in real life. So my lies did not match up. Like I'm telling stories from Law and Order. Like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense how I got myself in these situations. But like it's the joke, like me skipping school all the time. Like I always say, like I skip school so much, like nobody knows who I am. Like nobody can really prove I went to Sodan because I wasn't there that much. And there's different reasons why I skipped school. Like again, kids with learning disabilities, a lot of bullying and stuff like that. But also ADHD, undiagnosed. Like school just wasn't a good fit for me. But I skipped school a lot. But my grandparents always dropped me off, right? So they would drop me off. I go into the school. I wait till they pull off. I come right back out, and then I'm out.
That sounds like me sometimes.
Right. So like I was everywhere that I should not have been. It got to the point where my grandparents would like literally become like undercover cops and be like on the side on Enright over there by Sodan. Where Sodan is, right? So Enright, and they would wait for me to like come out to get on Union and come catch me. Then I realized they were on Main Street, so I'm trying to take side streets. But then they figured that part out too. Then they got to the point where they put me on morning announcements to make sure that I was at school. Mind you, put the kid with the speech impediment on morning announcements. See how well that works out for you. So again, still learning how to talk correctly. But yeah, like I was defiant. Like I think Stacey overall was probably the better kid because she was more responsible in a lot of senses. I did a lot of defiant acts
Mm.
because I felt the enclosure of my grandparents.
Who would have thunk it?
That was one of
I
me.
was a horrible child.
One of me and Kim best, one of our best siblings moment when she helped me skip school and she dropped me off at my boyfriend's house. You remember that?
No.
Yeah, that's when you had that gray car. No, you didn't have the gray car. No, you did have the gray car. And you took me to I said his name, forget him. Greer. He took me to Greer
Oh,
house.
okay. Yeah, I
Mhm.
remember.
Yeah, and I just knew I was gonna get caught. I don't know why I thought I was gonna get caught, but I just knew I was gonna get caught. And she picked me up and everything. That's best. I loved her. I really loved her. I think that's when we got cool, when you helped me skip school.
Now, Stacey was not going to do that. But I will say, anytime I needed my sister, she was there. She's always been my protector. Like, she was never going to let nobody talk bad about me.
Mhm.
And I always say, I saved a lot of people lives for not telling that child was, like, bullying me in high school. Because if I would tell my sister, she would have been there and beat everybody. So, y'all welcome that y'all get to live today. But, but also, she, like, I think my senior year, I got pregnant and had a miscarriage. And she was there for that. Like, I remember pivotal moments. Like, and I don't think she realizes that because she feels like she should have been there more. But like when I needed her, when the chips were down, when life was lifing, like I think who was there in my corner, like my sister was there. Like when life got too hard, when I lost my daughter, she was the person. Like I don't think me when Alyssa passed, like I don't know how anything got done. I can't tell you how arrangements got made or how the funeral even took place. I don't know, but I know Stacey did all of that. And she, like, I still don't know all the things that happened during that time, but like she made sure that like I was okay. So until this day, we always say like she's in Texas now. But if I needed her, she always said she got a full tank of gas in that Chevy Cruze and she could be here.
Okay.
Like so we now like we have that great relationship. Like we're gonna show up for each other no matter what. Like I'm there for her big moment, she's there for mine. So.
Yeah, it's like Kim. I don't remember if it was my first miscarriage or my second miscarriage.
I don't know, but I was sitting right in the bathroom with you.
She was okay. She was. You want to what she say? You want a pot of hot water? I said, girl, 18.
What you want to do?
What you need me to do? But she was working at Build-A-Bear. And she made me a teddy bear, and it had a little heartbeat in it. And I thought that was precious to her. But yeah, you know, especially when I went blind, Kim has been to every single doctor's appointment. That's why I say, you know, I talk about her bad when we was children.
Yeah.
That's why I say once we got older, things have gotten better. She can double dutch on my nerves real bad. But you know, she the only one I let double dutch on my nerves.
Right.
She the only one I let disturb my peace.
They earn their right. Like I think it's a badge of honor. Like it's just that sibling
badge of honor.
It's a badge of honor.
You better take it.
Like because nobody else can do that. Like you can sit and talk about your sibling all day. Like you can say the worst of the worst. But let me say something about Kim right now, or let me say something.
Wait a minute, bitch.
About your right there. Okay. Y'all gonna rip my head off because
you don't know.
Right. Because I didn't earn that badge of honor to be able to like keep it real with you in that sense. So like I think it's because you went through the trenches with each other.
Yeah, but we still can't stand each other most of the time.
Oh yeah, March. I was about to march on her head, baby.
And that happens. Like, and it's still times that means like there's been stats where like Stacey ain't talked to me and I probably ain't talked to her or whatever. Like even with my little sister now, like she drives me insane because and it's more because like I see she sometimes makes the mistakes that I did. Yeah. Like you saw me go through this. Why are you doing it? What was my life not tragedy enough? Right. Like, where did you miss the movie? Did you not get in to see it? Like it's stuff like that. So that's what irritates me the most. But it's just kind of like I see that now. Like I think your older sibling just wants. They did it. They went through it. So you didn't have to. Right. And then they're just wanting to make sure that you're doing better than they did. It's almost like a parent in a sense because they do kind of raise you, right? But it's a different way of raising you. Like they gonna beat you up in a chance to show you how to fight, right?
Well, I learned lessons. I watched her mess up, and I was like, "Ooh, I ain't gonna do that." And then with my older sisters, I was like, "Ooh, I definitely won't do that." But I just want to give a shout out to my older siblings. I talk about Kim all the time, But I want to, give a shout out to my sister Martha Punchy, rest in peace. My sister Yvonne, rest in peace. That was my baby. Those my two older sisters, Yvonne and Martha, did not play about me. I don't know about Kim, but they didn't play about me.
They didn't play about me either.
Yeah, they did
None
not.
of them.
They didn't play about me. And we got my sister Jacqueline, who did an interview with us, and Donna. And then I have my sisters Dolores and Deshelle. And then I have my brothers, Terry, Elton, rest in peace. And then I have Lamont. He here. I was gonna say rest in peace. He around the corner. And then my brother Alfonso.
And don't forget our sister Talisha.
And Talisha. I'm sorry, Talisha.
TJ.
Yes, TJ. This the month of her birthday, Aries. But because my older siblings did play a part because they had to babysit us.
Yeah.
Because we was the babies. My daddy was quick to drop us off. He finna go DJ. My mama had to go to work. So we get dropped off with the older siblings because all my nieces and nephews was our age anyway. So, so it was fun, especially being with my sister Punchy because she had a lot of kids. And, we just had a good time. And that's why my nieces and nephews love us because we all around.
Grew up together.
Moving on me?
Yeah, it's over there.
Because we all the same age. So I do appreciate, the older siblings as well. At first you be like, why they so old? Why they grown?
Right.
But I appreciate them.
But right now they're the best thing that we have. Our do's and don'ts.
Yeah, okay. Because right now y'all don't need to be acting like this at y'all age. I ain't finna say who and who.
Sibling shout out.
Okay.
Shout out to Kim Watson. She is my older sister, aka my mama. But there's a lot of things that I probably would have made through in life, and she teaches me how to be the ultimate soccer mom. So because of her, I'm able to do the things I do for my kids. Maine, shout out to him. We don't talk about Maine enough. Everybody don't think we got a brother, but he's awesome. And he gave me my very first car, and he showed him and his wife showed me how to be a power couple. So like the things I get to achieve is because of them. Everybody knows Stacey. Obviously, I'm her mini me. So shout out to her because she inspires me every day to keep competing with her, and hopefully, try to be better sometime. And I try to steal her look all the time. So I am an imposter to her. Tawani, who is my sister that we just got to reconnect with last year, and I'm having an awesome time learning about her and spending time with her. And then, of course, the brat, my little sister, the spoiled one, Tonisha, who is an amazing hairstylist. Lou Styles, look her up if you need some braids.
Okay.
She irks my soul. She acts like an extra kid, but she keeps me young. So I love her.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Shout out to all my siblings. I love you.
Okay. You got something to say about your siblings?
All of my siblings, I love you. She done already put it out there. So I ain't finna go there. I love y'all. Y'all love me. Even this one over here.
Okay, so I think this was a good show.
I think it was too.
We're gonna end it here, baby, because it's wine and
Wow.
look,
and I got a little bit. I don't know because you had the most.
Okay. I'm not a wine drinker, but look, this store that's called the Owl and the D, baby, they got a whole thing of wine from $3 to $25, and this $3 wine winded me up. I hope I can cook dinner today because I'm ready to take a nap. So we're gonna go ahead and end it here. Y'all want to talk about y'all siblings? Go ahead, put it in the comments. Let us know if you and your siblings love each other or you want to wring their neck like Homer Simpson and Bart. Okay? Like, share, and subscribe. Hit us up on all Instagram, Facebook. We got a Twitter, baby, but we ain't never been on it.
That's called X.
It's X now.
What is it called?
X.
What is that?
X.
Because Elon Musk owns it now, so it's X.
Okay, look. That's why we don't never talk about like culture and pop because I can't keep up with it. I don't know what they be talking about. All right. So peace out, y'all. We'll catch y'all next time. Stay tuned for our series next month, Mother's Day in May, where we are celebrating mothers who have children with disabilities or who disabled in raising children. So stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe. See y'all.
Bye.